Alright, class. Today we're going to begin our lesson on sensation and perception. Let's start with some fun optical illusions. The first one is called checker shadows. Look at the checkered spot A and B on the top image. Does one look darker than the other? Now look at the lower picture. The tiles are actually the same color. In an image editing program, both tiles will register an identical RB. This illusion, created by Edward Adelson, a professor of vision science at MIT in 1995, illustrates how our human visual system responds to shadows. When determining the color of a surface, our brains are aware that shadows can be deceiving and make surfaces appear darker than they truly are. As a result, we compensate by perceiving shadowy surfaces as being lighter than they appear to the naked eye. So although tile B is a light checkerboard tile in shadow, it's interpreted as being lighter than tile A. Let's try another. This one's called the herring illusion. Do the lines appear to be curved outward? Discovered by Ewald Hering, a German physiologist, in 1861, this illusion, where two straight and parallel lines are placed in front of a radial background, and the lines appear to be curved outwards. Hering attributed this to an overestimation of the angles created at the intersections. Other theories propose that the overestimation of angles is a result of bias inherent in extrapolating three-dimensional angle information from two-dimensional projections. Yet another framework suggests that this illusion is caused by temporal delays. The visual system extrapolates current information to perceive the present instead of providing a conscious image of how the world was around 100 milliseconds in the past when signals first struck the retina. Our visual system estimates how the world is likely to look in the next moment. In the case of the Hering illusion, radial lines trick our visual systems into thinking it's moving forward. Since we are not actually moving and the figure is static, we can perceive straight lines as curved. Now what about this one? Is the bar in the center of the image a solid color? The horizontal bar appears to have a gradient, transitioning from a lighter to a darker shade of gray. However, if you focus solely on the bar itself, you will realize that it's actually a single color. This phenomenon is known as a simultaneous contrast illusion. The brain interprets the two ends of the bars as if they are exposed to different lighting conditions and tries to determine the actual shading of the bar as if it were uniformly lit. Now, next week, we're going to be talking about dividing attention. And so I leave you with the Stroop task. Try and say the color of the word, not what the word says. This is pretty difficult. There's a limit to how much attention can be divided before experiencing a decline in performance and mental processing. This is because attention is a finite resource. If it's spread too thin across numerous tasks, it eventually becomes depleted. It's not easy because our brains automatically process the meanings associated with the words in the list. These meanings then compete for our attention, interfering with our ability to accurately identify the ink color. To excel at this task, it is necessary to concentrate solely on the ink color and not allow our attention to be divided between color and meaning. Children who are just starting to learn how to read do not face as much difficulty with this task, since they do not process word meanings as automatically as experienced readers do. Now, I suggest you go back through these three optical illusions and this divided attention task and have some family and friends give it a try.